Well, I got a text from Anita informing me that I made a mistake on my video. I said that it was hosted by Anita from Chit Chat Paddywhack and Dee from Dish with Dee. I was wrong. And if you follow me for a while, you know I don't like saying I was wrong, but I was wrong. It's Dee from Skinny Jeans for Lifetime. I am so sorry, Dee. I am so apologetic. So when I say Dish for Dee, go la 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 and say, no, it's supposed to be Skinny Jeans for Lifetime because I messed that up. I so apologize. So, Skinny Jeans for Lifetime. That's the name of the channel that hosted this collab. Well, hello, my name is Sandy and my channel name is Let's Get Fit with Sandy. I am a Weight Watcher channel. I do share recipes. If it's your birthday, I sing to you on your birthday or your anniversary. Sometimes I show you what I've eaten. I show you my weight every week. On Saturdays, which is the day I go for my Weight Watchers meeting, I give highlights to the meeting. I take a picture of the card in case you're just an online member and you don't get the card. Show you the recipe. And that pretty much sums up my channel. I wanted to thank Dee over at Dish with Dee and Anita at Chit Chat Paddywhack for inviting me to do this collab. Please check out in the description box below all the other people that are involved in this collab so you can get some different pointers. And as the title said, these are 5 tips for you if you're new to Weight Watchers. Even if you're not new to Weight Watchers, they're good reminders. They're 5 good reminders. And if you're doing a program on your phone, like iTracks or Keto, I think that no matter what plan you're on, these 5 tips are going to work for you because they've worked for me. I joined Weight Watchers on December 31st, 2016, and I weighed 304.2. And here's a picture of what I look like.
Well, hello. I'm here again. Can't get rid of me. Like a bad disease. Just sticks around. I wore this shirt today. I've got your back because I thought I'd talk about friends. I have lots of friends in my life. I hope all of you consider me a friend because I consider you a friend.
Me and Sandy, we're up to walk.
I'm not really up. I wasn't awake. I just was like rolling over, and then this asshole said, "Let's go."
I've lost 77.8 pounds so far. It's taken me a little while. It's taken me 3 years, but you know, I look at it this way. In 3 years, I've lost almost 80 pounds, and if I wouldn't have been on Weight Watchers these 3 years, I would have gained 80 pounds, and so I would be close to 400 pounds. I know the way my life was going. I know the track I was on. I was out of control with my eating. So I find that the slower I go, the more I'm learning about myself. The more I learn about myself, I learn my triggers because that's one of the main tips that you have to know. I would say tip number 1 is know what your triggers are. Mine is, in the past, has always been, if you watch my videos, you know I'm terrible with money. I'm awful with money. And in the past, I'd have to rob Peter to pay Paul. And I would make out a budget for the month. And then when I got done, I would reward myself with food. Like a dog, I would reward myself. I now know that's my trigger. I still do a monthly budget because my husband and I are retired. We're on a fixed income. We have checks coming in at different times of the month, so I have to know what bills have to be paid at the different times of the month. So I have to figure it out each month. So at the end of the month, I figure out the next month. My trigger is doing my budget. So in order to keep my trigger in line, I plan on having a snack when I'm done, and I make a bowl of fruit or some kind of, and I know that doesn't sound exciting, but you know, you can learn to love different things like you learn to love a cupcake or a piece of cake. It's never going to replace the cupcake or the cookie or the brownie. I'll be honest with you, it never is going to replace it. But it's a good substitute when you're aware that that's the trigger that's going to lead you on to doing worse things in the future. So number 1, know what your triggers are. The second thing which I would suggest is to have a food journal. I have a food journal that I keep that, I have a book of quotes. I love quotes. But anyway, I have a food journal that tracks what I've eaten, how many points it is, and how I stayed in my points. It's good reference for if you have a great loss for the week. You can go back and see, well, what did I do this week that was so great? It's also great if you have a gain, because then you can say, well, where did I go wrong? You go back in your book and you look. What you have to remember is what they call in Weight Watcher land BLT, bites, licks, and tastes. If it goes past these lips, it gets written down in this book. So my tip number 2 would be to track. Track. So it's trigger, track. Remember those 2 for so far. The third thing I would recommend is to get out some measuring cups and some measuring spoons and a scale to weigh your food on. I like this scale because it does pounds, ounces, grams, and milligrams. Milligrams. So, and it's by E-Tech City. I swear by the scale. It's very accurate. I have no complaints about it. Also have a marker, because what I do on my foods, I'm pretty much familiar with them now after being on the program for 3 years. I kind of know what points are, but still sometimes I need a reminder. So my husband is not on Weight Watchers. Jim is not on Weight Watchers, but he always like goads me and makes fun of me just a little bit, because I have marks on everything. So like his English muffins, because I don't usually eat English muffins, but he does, I have a 4 on it, because then that'll remind me if I want to have an English muffin, it's 4 points. I write it on all my labels what something is, just as a reminder for me. So number 3 is make sure that you have the proper utensils, the proper tools to keep you on your journey the right way. The 4th tip, I'm going to combine the 4th tip with 2 things. I think that not everybody needs exercise to lose weight, but you do need to have some activity in your life. You can't be sitting on the couch. I know that they say that, like you don't have to, like as long as you're eating healthy, that's good. It really is, but in my case, I have to exercise if I want to lose weight. So you need to find something and get a Fitbit. I have a Fitbit. Purple is the month for the month of November. Somewhere in purple. I know it doesn't really match anything, but I wear a Fitbit. You can have an Apple Watch. You can have an app on your phone that says Map My Walk. That'll map how you're walking, and it'll get your steps that way. There are a lot of apps that you can do, but you need to track and you need to keep track of your exercise and make sure that you get some activity in. Even if it's just standing up during the commercials and doing some leg lifts, or having the cans of soup in your hands and just doing some leg and arm exercises. Just movement in your life. Just get up and walk back and forth. Do something. Find a video that you like to dance to. Just activity, I think, is a number 4 tip. And along with your number 4 tip with your activity is make sure you get your water in, because water is very, very important, because it just flushes your whole system. A lot of times you might think you're hungry and you're just thirsty. So my 4th tip would be to drink water and exercise. And my last tip is to sometimes indulge. Sometimes you just need to go off a little bit. So find a snack that in the past you might not have thought was the healthiest snack, but something that you really enjoy and something that you want. Mine now is pretzels. And see, notice I put 3 points for 19 of these rings. I love pretzels. To me, it's just, it's a nice little snack. If you eat them slow, you do really well with that. But you have to somewhere figure into your points a snack during the week. I'm on the purple plan at Weight Watchers. I get 16 points for my dailies, for my dailies, and I get 42 weeklies. I use my 42 weeklies to indulge, because that's what it is an indulgement, on a snack that I really enjoy. Sometimes it might be a Hostess cupcake, and that's 13 points for, 13 points for a Suzy Q, that's it. Suzy Q is 13 points. A Ding Dong, a package of Ding Dongs is 17 points. Or King Don's, I don't know what they're called in your area. It's a chocolate covered cake stuffed with marshmallow. It's very good. But it's 17 points. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I have a package of ding dongs during the week, but I get 42 weeklies, and so I use my 17 points for that. Everybody's going to have a birthday somewhere along the line. Figure in your cake. A piece of cake, I think, is like 25 points. I mean, it's ridiculous. But if you think that you're going to go on a journey and you're going to lose more than 20 pounds, and it's going to take you probably 2 or 3 months, do you really see yourself not having any kind of a sweet or a snack in 2 or 3 months? I don't find it possible. Some people can do it, prove me wrong. Nobody I know can do it. So my things would be to indulge on a snack that you like, figure it into your points, track it in your book, move on, feel no guilt. So my 5 tips is know your trigger foods, track your foods, make sure you measure your foods, find an activity that you find enjoyable that you don't consider exercise, and drink your water, and indulge in a snack every once in a while. That's just what you have to do, because if you do, you'll do really well. I've lost, like I said, almost 80 pounds on this program, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. I just know that. And I live with a man that is not on any kind of a diet, who should be, but who's not on any kind of a diet. So my house is loaded with cookies, and we have a candy basket that has 3 different kinds of candies. I have a cookie jars that has 3 different kinds of cookies. We always have donuts. We always have cupcakes or something. I have grandchildren that come over, so I've got snacks in the cupboard. I have all of these things. But you have to really think in the same sense. You have to think to yourself, is that snack or that temptation worth putting on the weight I've already lost? Or is that worth keeping me from taking off any more weight? And I don't. I'm not telling you that I don't occasionally go in the candy basket and have a handful of M&Ms, but if I do, I track them and I take them off of my weeklies. So that's my advice to you. Please check out everybody down below. And once again, I wanted to thank Dee over at Dish with Dee and Anita at Chit Chat Paddywhack for asking me to be part of this collab. If you've never been to my channel before, please subscribe. Yeah, I do a daily vlog. I do a weekly highlight meeting. I throw in recipes every once in a while. And we just have a lot of fun. We're a very supportive group. So give this video a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it.